everybody. Welcome back to RaBBois. I'm Speed, joined here with my brother Yitz. Yeah, you weren't expecting that. You had to lock in real quick. I'm starting this because I want to get this on the thing. But I was just talking about how beautiful my beard is. It looks really luscious. And Yitz says it doesn't look as good today, and I want to know why.
Last time it was more squared off. I don't know. It was more full, and now it looks a little more frizzled.
What are you you know what? You're kind of right. I think you're
right.
Yeah,
you can see it against the shirt. See, only the real ones know.
Okay.
The shirt to beard highlight.
You could see the extra bits because the shirt is No, but you wanna know why? Because when I shave my beard, what I do is I do this, right? And then I do that. I square it literally. And I didn't spend as much time doing that today. And so it's just more it still looks fine. It's just it could have been more flattened. What about your beard?
It looks presidential.
Huh? Your beard?
Yeah.
Your beard is definitely a beard, and that's great. And you definitely grew it.
If I was president, I would get rid of summer break. Please vote for me.
Huh?
I'm sick and tired of summer break.
What's wrong with summer break?
See, when you are a kid, you love it. I loved it as a kid, but as a parent, I hate summer break. Especially our school, they literally have 2 months off. It's crazy. How are you supposed to work? I don't get it. We have to send them to a new camp, and now they're scared of the new camp because, especially in the Jewish communities, they get like one big camp and a few small ones, and if you don't like the big camp, you're screwed. And it's ridiculous. We should have like the Europeans where you have school most of the year.
Okay.
And then you have a few weeks for vacation, which is fine.
Okay.
And back to school.
What are you talking about?
Stay in school, kids.
No.
Let me work.
School.
I'm sick and tired of this American idea that we have to have like 2 months off for summer. I'm sorry if that bothers people, but it's correct. What value is there in taking 2 months off of learning? You forget everything over the summer. You hated the first day of school because you don't remember anything. And you show up in 5th grade and you're expected to know everything from 4th grade. And you're like, oh, I don't know how to do any math because I just spent the whole summer eating ice cream and candy and yelling at my friends about sports. And now I have to go learn history again. And all the Jewish subjects. Like, bro, I forgot all of Hebrew over the summer. And that's a good idea. That's a good idea for our kids. I'm sick and tired of this. If I'm elected president, I'm getting rid of summer break. We'll give 2 weeks. You go on a little vacation, and back at school. You can't get some gosh darn work around here.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
You got it all out your chest.
It's so frustrating.
You know who agrees with you?
Who?
The Rabbi of Lubavitch. The Rabbi
That's
of
right.
Chabad. He said the same thing.
Right.
Rabbi Menachem Mendel Schneerson said the same exact thing, that summer is a waste of time and all it does is just make things harder for you. Literally pretty much said what he said. Maybe without even knowing it, you're just repeating things teachings that you've learned from him.
Well, I definitely learned that as a kid, and as a kid, when you learn his teachings, you're like, okay, but also kind of like summer break because I'm not. As a kid, you like it. And by the way, I'm really arguing more for younger kids, older kids who are more independent. Like it doesn't. I guess
it's
not
a big
as
difference.
hard.
Big
No,
difference.
it's not good for their learning. But in terms of like, can the parents work? Sure.
I agree with the little kid. Yeah, that makes sense. The little kids shouldn't really have a summer break because they don't even know what the hell's going on anyway.
School is a break. School is so much fun for them. They make like macaroni art and like cupcakes.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a newer school, you know.
Macaroni art? I didn't do what? I didn't do this macaroni art.
You know, we're talking about like little kids.
But I don't. Necklaces. I remember the hardest thing to do in kindergarten for me was coloring in the Hebrew letters. They would teach us the Hebrew alphabet. One of them, right? So the first letter of the Hebrew alphabet is Aleph, and the task of that day in kindergarten was to color in the letter Aleph. It was this big paper printed thing. I had to color it blue, and it was too damn freaking hard. I couldn't do it. It caused me a lot of stress. And you know, I miss the days where my stress was coloring in that stupid Aleph.
I remember. Do you remember having to spell your name for the first time? I have a distinct memory of kindergarten. I remember we show up the first day and they're like, "All right, everyone," and like it's like I don't know, my kid brain It was like, this is the older class, right? It was
Okay.
freaking kindergarten, but I don't know why. I sit down because like the older teachers, and I sit down and they said, okay, everyone write your name on the, on the front of your notebook or something stupid. I remember sitting there, I remember being so stressed. I was like, my name? How do I write my name? And then I'm like, I know my name is Yitz, but like, how do I spell that? But our mother must have taught me over the summer how to spell. And I remember just like, I'm just going to go for it. And I'm going to put
Muscle
down whatever.
memory. You let the What is it like? You let the wand do the. Just let it
chooses
flow.
the wizard.
Not that. It was something else. I forgot what it was. Where like it's just a muscle memory. You just let the thing. Just let it go.
Right.
But,
and I remember thinking like, whatever happens, it'll be okay. And if they ask, if they say that I spelled it wrong, I'll say not true. This is how I spell it.
I'm just
My little brain was like, this is how I spell it.
This is how I spell it. Piece of crap. This is how I spell my name.
I think the Z was backwards, but other than that, I think it was pretty good. And I remember looking down like, oh my gosh, like I know how to do it.
Pits.
Also,
That's
I
what
thought
you
it was like an
wrote.
assignment. They said that because I heard like kindergarten's gonna be older, you can do harder things. Right? That's what I'm hearing.
They say that every damn year. When I was in 4th grade, they're like, you go to 5th grade, it's gonna get really tough. Oh, you're going to 6th grade. And then they call you immature. You guys are in 5th grade, you should not be acting like this. Then they say it the next year. The next year, yeah. What were you saying?
By the way, so back on my rant, it's definitely true when we did the learnings, and it's like, our rabbi was saying, his teachings were saying that summer's not a good idea, and you're okay, conceptually you understand, but as a kid, you like breaks, so you're like, I like my breaks.
Hell yeah.
But then when you actually, as a parent now, I understand that there's a real value to it, where it's not that kids should be stuck. Okay, there's an issue with schooling in general about how we teach nowadays. We're like, it's basically 9-to-5 jobs, but they're sitting around teaching you, just like smushing in your brain every piece of knowledge,
Programming you in the matrix to be stupid and not make money.
That's right.
Yes,
no,
exactly.
There's a problem with schooling. But for sure, it's an issue. Every summer, I hated going back to school because you had no idea what was flying the first day. And it's bad because at the end of the day, as a kid, you're supposed to be learning. And a lot of kids, like...
I couldn't even pronounce my name. It's too hard for me. Tzvi. I couldn't pronounce that till I was like 9.
It's like I'm glad that we're named after our great-grandparents, but like, come on.
Come on, man. The heck. Stupid. But, what was I going to say? No, there was... I forgot what I was gonna say. Do you have a segue? I literally forgot what I was about to say.
What's your English name?
Huh?
Your official English name of the person who...
Okay. Yeah, so the Hebrew name is Tzvi, which means deer, but there is another name.
As the animal.
Right, yes, as in the animal, not as in, the lame version. So, Tzvi in Yiddish, right, it's Herschel, and Herschel in English is, well, it also is deer, but in an English name, it's Harry.
Makes sense.
Which makes sense because I am Harry, as you can see.
Except for your head.
Okay. Oh, you want to go? Do you want to do this right now? Because I can do this.
We already went through
a whole episode about it, which apparently was a terrible title, and now Yitz wants me to change the title because no one wants to watch balding, and he's right. He's right. We should have made it something else. But do
you want to hear the most Jewish thing?
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Well, I will say. Oh wait, I got distracted. My own brain.
Okay.
If I will become president, then I'll be the first Jewish president.
Okay.
Which will be an upgrade. Like allegedly, they're gonna choose a vice president, and he might have been too Jewish. Allegedly. He might have been.
Yeah. Y'all saw that. Like, you ever watch WWE?
Not really.
Do you know the concept though?
Yeah.
I mean, it's all scripted, people coming out of cameos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, they're saying that, and it's so true, modern day American politics is literally looks straight out of WWE.
Oh, you're saying they bring in the new guy?
They bring in a new guy.
There.
Yeah, and the way they trash talk each other on the mic. He wouldn't even show up, and then the whole crowd goes, oh, and then, like, freaking John Cena comes out, and it's like, and they get some celebrity to come, and then Kamala Harris, she got Megan Thee Stallion. You saw, real hot girl shit. Like they were. No, that's her thing. Also, Aiden Ross.
Yeah, he interviewed Trump.
He got Trump on his stream. So now Kamala Harris is trying to get on Kai Cenat's stream, who's the biggest streamer on Twitch. Oh, hell.
Oh, really?
He just made I saw a TikTok clip the other day. He was literally yelling. He was just like chilling, and then he just goes on a random tangent. He says, the freaking Secret Service is reaching out to me, trying to get her on my damn stream, and I don't know shit about politics. And he doesn't, which I respect that. Like, he doesn't know anything about politics. He doesn't want to get into it. So he's like, he's been very, very frustrated. But
yeah, you saw Trump's dance you saw him dance. It's hilarious.
Yeah, he did it with Ada Ross.
So funny. I didn't know Aiden Ross was so political. I mean, I didn't really watch his stuff.
He's pretty based. No, so basically, he was on Twitch. He was the biggest streamer. And then he kept on getting banned. And eventually he got bought out. And I think he owned some of the website Kick, which is a new streaming platform. And there's the rules there are very, very tame. So slowly but surely, he got more edgy and his chat got more edgy. And he just started caring less about because there's no censorship, so you can really say whatever the hell you want without being scared about, any consequence. And he made majority of money through gambling and stuff in crypto. So crypto is a gambling, by the way. But he I
should have bought at the dip. He
got really right wing. You were talking about exactly. Listen, right? As we might know by now, I'm a crypto maniac. And Yitz always bullies me about it. And during the middle of this week, he texted on the chat, right? He said, "Oh, look at Bitcoin." You were laughing, oh, this is the end. Oh, Svi gets the last laugh, And it's every week we talk about Bitcoin. And so
$3.
Every week we talk about Bitcoin, and either you're winning or I'm winning. And this week I'm winning because it went to 49,000. And it jumped today. It jumped 10%. It's at 60,000 Yitz. It's back at 60,000 Yitz. Yeah, exactly.
Wow, I could have increased my cash by how many? What's that? 10%?
Yes. And our father is in less loss than he was before. Yitz, the RaBBois sign just fell.
Whoops.
What happened? Wait. Did you just put it up?
I take it down.
What?
Because my kid tried ripping it. Oh. So then I put it up before we started, but the tape is getting old.
Well, clearly you reuse that same piece of tape.
That's the downfall of our...
that sums up all this right now. What the heck? That is crazy. That is... no, leave it there. I don't even want you to get it. I just wanted to...
I saw an interesting... I was listening to... is it PBD?
Patrick Bet-David?
Yeah. He was giving statistics about podcasting. It's very interesting. I actually want to send it to you. Did you see it? He was just going through. Apparently, podcasting peaked. The amount of podcasts peaked actually in 2021, I think.
Podcasting right now is like the radio in the 60s. It's only going to get bigger, I'm pretty sure.
Well, the amount of podcasts was extremely high in 2021, right after COVID, because everyone had one.
Yeah, we should start a podcast.
Yeah, but ironically, it dropped like crazy now. Apparently, there's 5 million different podcasts out there. It was really interesting, the numbers. I don't remember off the top of my head. But I actually want to send it to you because it was just it's basically saying that the top 10 podcasts, top 10, not top 10%, the top 10 bring in 35% of the viewership. It's a crazy number.
Yeah.
It's not evenly distributed.
We have a couple.
Us,
it's like that.
We get no one.
Listen, it's like this on Twitch also, right? I'll have 40, 50 people watch me. I'm still in the top point something % of Twitch streamers just because there's so many people that get 0. So us, right? We have we get a few hundred views an episode, and we're still higher though than a lot of those other podcasts. Not on Spotify though, so make sure to download us on Spotify because it's a great plug, right? We need more of that. But technically speaking, you want to know why there's less podcasters? Because all the people that started they weren't ready for the grind yet. They did not know. They weren't ready for this. We will not stop. We'll take long breaks and won't say anything about it, but we will not stop. I think this is episode 40. I think this is damn.
Our long breaks always have to do with something personal things. It's never because we're burnt out. It's always because we just
100%. Are you sure? There's probably a time where I had a freaking busy ass day and I just couldn't do it. Yeah, that's usually what it is. Because or there's literally nothing to talk about remotely. There's literally nothing. then they just won't do it. I mean,
Today was actually the last day. This is my Jewish topic for the day.
oh,
Actually, it's a bad segue. That's a terrible way to
that was
frame it.
very bad segue.
It's a very bad way to frame it. I shouldn't do us dirty like
Jew
that.
topic of the day. Oh, what is it?
Today's the last day that Ohio has. It's a tax-free week.
Oh, okay, yeah. Not a
You don't
good
pay
segue.
taxes on anything, so everything's like 7% cheaper, which I didn't realize. I should have taken advantage of it. Sad. The idea is that summer break, so you can buy school supplies for the next school year. It's part of this scam
Okay,
that we call summer break.
that's your Jew topic of the day.
Yeah.
That
And I
amazing.
missed out. And I only say that because I realized I could have bought guns with tax-free, and guns are very expensive.
I got two right here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Our mother's birthday party is coming up very soon. It's gonna be very epic. All family coming in, and I remember you mentioning before podcast started that you're very excited because you love traveling with children, and that is lots of fun.
Well, it would be nice if they would just behave.
What are the struggles of traveling with children, please?
There's a few things. First of all, you have to pack everything you need, which is a lot harder than you think. If you forget something, it could be a nightmare. If you forget the sound machine, if you forget the
Can I
baby
interrupt
monitor,
you completely? First, no, I will anyways, because we actually need to talk about this. You said that you need me to get toys for your dear children so that they could play with toys on Shabbos, and you don't have any toys for them because we're going to it. And I need to go to the dollar store to get said toys. What if possibly there is no chance that I could go to the dollar store? Then what would happen with your children on the Sabbath?
They would just bother you all day. That'd be your problem.
They bother you because you're their
then
father.
I would tell them to bother you. I would say, it's Uncle Tzvi.
Uncle
wants to
Tzvi.
play with you.
He loves to play. I'd say, don't you have a dad?
Don't worry about it. We have it arranged.
You have it arranged?
Yeah.
You figured out toys?
Yeah.
Are you able to share or?
Our other siblings are bringing.
They are bringing. Oh, you got to figure it out.
Yeah. I'm a mature man.
I was literally gonna go to the dollar store, by the way.
I actually appreciate that.
I was gonna do it, but I really didn't want to. But I was gonna do it if I had to because
I know you hate my kids so much. I didn't realize.
And I love my nieces and nephews so much. I'm so excited to see them. But I'm going to be doing many other important things, like, I don't know, getting the food and supplies and tables and chairs and cakes.
We appreciate
chocolates.
Appreciate it.
And family. And and I'm getting nothing besides probably all of the leftovers that we have from it.
I know, seriously. Oh, okay.
I'm going to be taking all of them. I'm going to put it all it's going back into my place. I'm going to overbuy everything so that there's more. Yeah.
Wait, so back to traveling. The first part is packing everything. I've forgotten something as small as like the right blanket or animal or stuffed animal, and it's been a nightmare. You have to convince your toddler that this, in fact, is a better toy for you.
This is the greatest toy. Listen,
So that's and ironically, the airports are not so bad. The airports are not bad because TSAs. I mean, in Ohio they're nicer. In New York, you have kids. Why would you have kids and bring them to our airport?
Kids in 2024 at the airport? What the flip?
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, some people stare. I mean, most people are other people who had kids. You could tell. You can instantly tell who has kids, who doesn't have kids.
Oh, you're saying they're staring at you because you're kids?
Yeah, because they're
loud. Or are they energetic at the airport? Oh yeah.
They love the airport's actually great. TSA lets you through pretty easily, and you're able to go through the metal detector usually, just because kids don't go in.
I'm imagining them freaking in the airport now. It's probably hilarious.
It is hilarious, but the planes are like, imagine you're a kid and you see this huge plane and you tell it's flying in the sky and they see it take off and land. It's amazing.
Are they good on the plane?
So the airport's fine. The airport's great. There's watching the planes, but on the plane itself, it's like a flip of a coin. There's been horrible and nightmare traveling. So your kid's the one keeping me up
It's your kid.
yeah.
It's your freaking.
My kids are great kids, but like
Every kids are great kids till they start crying. Huh?
My kids are great kids.
Great kids.
Great kids.
Great kids. Great kids.
But they get bored, and it just depends. I mean, like throwing up, crying.
Throwing up.
Oh yeah.
On the airplane.
We said after that we're never traveling again. We're never. Oh, and then my other kid threw up in the car ride home after we flew.
That reminds me of something.
We said we were never traveling again, and we didn't travel for a very long time.
And
but
then
we got Dramamine. No, we got Dramamine. So
does it work?
It works.
Okay.
Like you just have to figure it out. And we have like toys, and we do a little bit of screen time. It's the only time we do it.
There you go. So
older. Hopefully it'll be fine, but the flight's a little bit longer. But anyways, and then so the flight's the flight, and the flight attendant makes a huge difference. One flight attendant said I can't walk with my kid when they're crying like crazy, and when a baby or a toddler cries, they push so hard against you, you can't hold them. Parents know this. Like you don't understand like the strength of a absolutely like to the point where they're just freaking out toddler. It's like impossible to handle them, and the flight attendant's like, please remain seated with your seatbelt. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, if you let me stand,
you really can't be standing there with your child. Mm-hmm.
So it just depends, and I'm just hoping for the best of this flight.
Oh, you're gonna look so crappy when I see you on Friday.
You see us when we land, you're like, hey man, like, you good, bro?
You good there, dude? You're like, you're gonna look hella disheveled. Oh, it's gonna be great.
And then even getting to the car from the airport to where you're staying, it's like a new car seat, so you have to deal with that. My kids have been crying the whole ride to where we're staying just because they don't like the car seat or whatever. I'm saying it's because it's all new and they're exhausted, and your kids are exhausted, they're not sleeping. And then you stay at a new place and they have to sleep in a new bed. And that's why I love traveling.
Hell yeah. And
I literally don't sleep when I travel.
It's
you okay. It's for family.
Family. We love family. And wait, you said you were able to get the booster seats for your kids on the drive?
Yeah, we're figuring it out. People have other family texted us. Don't worry about it. I
don't have to worry about it at all.
But I do have to figure it out. But don't worry about it.
Basically, he needs booster seats for his kids when we drive. Yeah, you guys rented a car, right? Yeah, I'm not even gonna think about you guys.
Don't worry about that. But the truth is, I've traveled sometimes, and it was a beautiful flight. My kids somehow slept when we stayed wherever we were staying, and it's like that was like a miracle vacation. And we're like, wow, we could do this again. And then you do it again, and then it's a nightmare. Like it's a spectrum. We've had like the worst ever, the best ever, and then somewhere in the middle. I'm hoping this is the best ever because it's for family.
Family, and it's great. I remember when we went to Florida years ago, and I like threw up in the car. Remember that whole situation.
You ruined it. Because that was one of the worst. It was one of the worst trips. I think.
That was like the worst Florida trip we've ever done. It was the cliche.
We went to go get pizza because we have to.
No, you gotta listen though. One of our siblings on the flight there was like sitting next to a stranger and was crying the entire time. They swapped me with them, and I was like 6. I don't know. I was sitting next to this stranger. I didn't even give a crap. I was like, hey, no, Mom gave me a bunch of candy, a whole bag of candy, and I was just munching on it. This is a foreshadow, by the way. And then, what was it? And then I remember our dear mother had this. This might have been the way back. I don't even know. I just remember there was a takeout order with a hamburger and fries in it that was getting passed down this column, the whole plane. There was this takeout order of like a hamburger. It was like passed it down, and I saw like Ma in the back of the plane passing it, and like 20 aisles of people all passing it until it went to me. Honestly, it was a good example of teamwork, and I was surprised that it reached me. But once we landed,
that's hilarious.
That's what I'm saying.
To get it to you.
Yeah, for some reason, I guess seatbelts were fastened, so they literally passed all these strangers one by one, passed it down to me. It was hilarious. And the stranger next to me was like, "Oh, hamburger," and I'm like, "Shut up, I don't know you. You know, like, why are you speaking? I'm a little kid. What's the matter with you?" And when so then we landed, and we were going to pizza, right? That was the first thing we did, and Yeah, I freaking threw up in that car. Just all that candy,
Yeah, that was the
and
worst.
and then
We
I
were like,
smelled
"Ew," and
fries.
then like jumped out.
Yeah, and then I smelled fries, and I was like, I want fries, and then everyone was like, no fries, because you're just gonna throw them up again. But I really
Yeah.
wanted, and I was hungry, and I was pissed.
Sorry.
Then we went to the. Then I remember it was such a bad vacation. We went to the beach, and I got a crazy sunburn.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like all over me.
And then we got food poisoning.
And it didn't.
Our parents got food
We'll
poisoning.
get to that. Yeah.
Oh,
And
God.
this sunburn didn't make me tan either. It was just bad sunburn, And I woke up like at 3 a.m. just crying in pain. And yeah, our father got food poisoning, so he was like out of commission. It was just a really bad.
You know how we got food poisoning? I just remembered. Do you know how we got food poisoning?
I don't remember.
We went to our grandparents' house. We love our
We
grandparents.
love our grandparents.
And
We'll
they
see
had
them
this, like,
soon.
They had it. Yeah. Oh
Yes.
yeah, I'm excited. They
Hell
had this
yeah.
too. It's a good thing I don't think they watch this podcast.
I don't think they do. No.
They had this stew, and it had eggs in it. Right? I don't know if you remember that.
Wait. The egg. I remember
And our
there's one
father
egg.
ate it, and I remember our mother was like, "Don't eat it, bro." And my father was like, "But I'm hungry." And then he ate it, and then the next morning he woke up. Yeah,
Why was there an egg in the soup? What type of soup is that?
I don't know. It's like I don't know. It's like
It's really weird.
It's like Sephardic style. People put eggs in their. It was like a cholent stew soup thing.
Yeah,
It was definitely
this is why Ashkenaz has our food. Exactly. They make fun of
and
us.
like it, all like signs were pointed to do not eat it, and we don't. We're hungry. I think I even had some. Did I have one? I don't remember. I think my father had, and yeah, it was not fun. And we stayed at a crappy like.
We stayed at a hotel. It was a hotel. And
No, it was one of those. It was a really bad.
There's
one,
a sliding door or curtain in the middle. Was it that one? In the middle of the
I don't
room.
remember.
There's this
It sounds
curtain.
like a privilege. Like, which vacation are we talking about?
It does sound very, very privileged.
We went a few times. But it
was, but it was like middle class privilege, right? So like there's levels to this. Oh no, our friends would freaking go to this 5-star Fontainebleau, whatever the hell, nice ass hotels, nice. No, it was like this crap.
Whenever we see them,
it is a privilege though that we got to go to Florida. But
they always like some of our friends when we see them on vacation. Randomly, every once in a while, we'd run into them because all Jews go to Florida, and they would just show up looking rich. You know what I'm saying?
It was
They were like, "Oh, we were by the pool."
You walk by them, you walk by there, and then they see your peasant hotel.
Yeah.
Like, oh, so no, we had this part. I remember all the siblings. We shared this like big room, and there's a partition in the middle. And then our parents were in another room.
Correct. Yes, that's what it was. Yeah.
I just honestly though, I remember it being lit just because there was a TV in our room. And
yeah, that was always like, "Are we gonna have a TV in our room?"
Hell
and
yeah.
We always bullied you, and you never had the good bed. That was for sure.
Huh?
You were always on the floor.
The second time. The one time I ended up sharing. The second time though, I literally was like on like a cot or something, like, and I had
like rock paper scissors. It's just Tzvi.
Yeah,
Tzvi's gonna be on the cot.
There is no blanket. I didn't have a blanket. I had like a sheet.
No, it's this thin sheet that they put underneath the blanket.
Thin sheet under the blanket. That's what I had. And that's when I was sunburned too. So I
remember
woke up at 3 a.m. crying, freezing, and burning. It was crazy. And that's like, yeah. And then Ma put this like cream that was in this weird tinfoil bag, like she knew it was gonna happen, some freaking cure. And just rubbing it, and it burns, and I cried more. And it sucked.
And that's when you realized you could tan after you burn.
Yeah, I forgot. If I did, I forgot about it. And no, but we actually, the last Florida vacation we really did, like as a half family, some people were in school, but it was, remember that one hotel, there's a giant chess set.
Yeah, it was, we went on Hanukkah, right?
It was during Hanukkah.
That was really awesome. And it
was actually good.
On Fortnite. You got the headshot on Fortnite. Remember that on my phone?
Yes, I had the hunting rifle. You remember? It was
epic. It was honestly a really nice last vacation, I think, before I got married.
That's why I remember that. Yeah, that was like an overall nice experience, and it was like nice hotel, and like we played giant chess. I think it was a stalemate.
And that guy was like trying to tell us how to play.
We were playing giant chess, real life, big, massive chess pieces. And me and Yitz were playing it for it was a long game that ended in a stalemate, which I should have won. Doesn't matter. And yeah, there's just one dude. It was just us on the roof. It was it was just us. And then there's like one dude is like, "Oh, so you're playing chess?" And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like,
"Oh, nice move. Maybe I wouldn't go there next time." We're like,
"Who are you, buddy?" Random dude. And I remember the first day that we were there were no Jews. And then second day, Jews everywhere.
Everywhere.
There was a deal going on. What happened?
Yes, it was two things. It was Hanukkah break, but people didn't come to the next day based on just timing wise.
When the break starts?
Yeah, and like people come we came like Wednesday, but everyone else comes like Thursday before Shabbos. Remember, we went up to the big chest the next day, and it was just like
Jews everywhere.
And they're like just sitting there, like in front of the pool. Like, what are you doing? Like,
they sound like geese.
They're not swimming because it's not appropriate, I guess, because it's like.
But they're all there. And they're all ranting, and their kids are in the pool. It was literally night and day difference. The first night was peaceful, and it was nice, and then not to say that there was, it was empty on the top. It was like sunset. It was just us, literally up there, and our family, and because it's a big pool area on the roof. And the next day, it was just. I wouldn't call it hell because I love Jews, but it was
inconvenient.
And that hotel had these oranges. Do you remember this situation?
Yeah.
We walk in. This is hilarious, and it's so our family. We walk into the front desk, and there's a basket of oranges by the counter lady, and Ma's just like, "Are these oranges to take?" It's one thing to ask, it's one thing to eat, it's one thing to ask, whatever. And they're like, "Yeah, it's for all of our guests." And we're like, "Oh, okay." And we freaking all just take the oranges, and there's no more oranges left. But they were the best damn oranges I've ever.
Yes, they were.
They were so good, and they were all over the place. So many oranges. Oh my God, they were so good. Yeah, until the Jews came, there were no more oranges.
But when the Jews came, some Jews are more religious, and they only go to the pool, but they won't go to the beach. So we realized we're going to run to the beach. And then it was quieter.
Exactly. And there are more oranges there because there's like a hotel on the beach. So we were able to get oranges.
Like you could go to the other hotel if you stay in that hotel.
And there was and there's an ice cream shop. And that was like my first time
that was around the corner.
Yeah, that good ice cream. And you're going to get that good ice cream when you come down here. You're going to get this. Ooh, it's so good.
The kosher one, right?
Yeah, the kosher. It's kosher, I think. It's really good. It's Yeah, it's kosher, I'm pretty sure. It says it's kosher. I don't know. Whatever. It's a long thing. Point is, that was a nice Florida experience. It was Hanukkah. And I'm pretty sure that's when I went to like the Miami Heat game on Hanukkah because the Miami Heat has a Jewish Heritage Night every year on Hanukkah.
Wait, no, it wasn't that year.
It wasn't that. It was the next year.
I didn't go.
Are you sure? No, I don't know if you went. It was that year. You just didn't go.
Unless I flew back early, because I had school.
I remember because I was getting recognized, and it was really cool.
I think that was the next year.
It was the next year?
Honestly, I'm confused. I'm actually confused.
I feel like it was that year because there was also like a concert that I didn't end up going to. Oh no, maybe it was next year because eventually, everyone got married and I was just the last one, so I would just go on vacation with them. And
then you just ended up staying there.
Yeah,
you never came back.
Oh yeah, that's sort of what happened. Yeah, but that's freaking why I love Florida, and that's why you're gonna love Florida in the next week and a half. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have so much fun. Do you have any other topics before I?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, we should do some questions, yeah? Right,
yeah.
We should do that. Okay, for those that are new, I have a Discord server where the viewers of this show, not even this ain't a show, of this podcast could ask us questions they want us to answer. And we're going to go through some of them today. So join the Discord if you want to be part of that. Okay, this guy says, how is the crypto going? Can I be honest? It's going terrible. It's going so bad right now. Rabbi, do you like France? Do you like France?
I've never been to France. They low-key don't really like the Jews so much over there, but
right. I don't have a reason. I don't really have a reason to like France, though. I mean,
I know, right? It's not like my friends went there. They said the Eiffel Tower is cool. The only reason I'd go there, our parents went there a few years ago. Got COVID.
Right. Nice.
Anyways,
yeah. Story for another time.
The museums. I don't know how people pronounce it. I'm from Ohio.
Yeah, we say museum. Yeah.
We went through this.
Yeah.
I want to see all the artwork. Apparently, it's really cool. Plus, I read some books about the art, so I'm kind of a nerd about it. So I would like to see them. I don't know why I want to see them. I guess just because they're old and cool, but that's the only thing I really want to see there. Even though Eiffel Tower, whatever. I want to see the sights. That's it. But I have nothing in particular that is driving me to France besides for that. Like,
I wonder if Hitler's art is there. It's probably in Argentina. Yeah, some of these are more for me. This guy, huh? Boo?
Yeah, that's what happens. We don't let me on the Discord.
Huh? No, I always say for my brother and I. Like, I try to ask group questions, but this one's kind of interesting. It says, "What's the worst fan that you've ever come across?" Like in real life experience. You know what was crazy? I was getting ice cream this week at the kosher ice cream place, and this dude was staring at me. I knew he recognized me. There's always a look they give you, and he kept on staring, and he wouldn't go over. So I was just eating my ice cream, and he just kept on staring, and he wouldn't. It made my own ice cream experience very uncomfortable.
You're like thrown down yourself, like, "Hey man, do you have a problem?
Do you know me?" And it just they love that.
I have nothing. I mean, the only experience right now is that randomly people, I'll be somewhere and then like with friends or family, and they'd be like, "Yeah, I watch your podcast." I'd be like, "Oh, really? I had no idea."
You got recognized for our podcast? Oh, your friends probably.
Like, but people I haven't advertised it to our like friend group, but people have found it.
It's interesting.
They watched it. But that's the only thing. But like people I know, I say, "Cool," like whatever.
Shout out to the people that are watching that, because yeah, we literally don't advertise this. This is all organic growth. Are y'all controlling the banks? Not us specifically.
What?
I mean, don't put any of the blame on us. You know, it's Jewish son or Jewish daughter. I believe this is the. You ever heard of the gay son thought daughter question?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think he's just making fun of that.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't know. How much anti-Semitism you experiencing at the moment? The same amount. Same old. I mean,
yeah.
Well, you're right.
It's more like world stuff, not personal stuff.
Mm-hmm. This guy said, "I'm pretty sure you live in Florida. How was Hurricane Debbie for me? It did not hit my part. I literally saw nothing. There's no hurricane by me. I was chilling." This guy says top or bottom bunk bed. Bottom. And anyone that says top is completely like, what the hell's the matter with you?
Yeah, because like I was forced to take the top a few times in camp. It was the worst because you're always moving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think
shaky
on the bottom
beds.
because you hear the guy on the top every time like they turn, it's like squeaks. But for sure bottom because in the mornings you just want to get out of bed. You know?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
And it's much harder to plug in your things on the top.
Exactly. Yes. Gosh. I would always chase to quickly get a bottom bunk in camp. It was always a thing.
It was a fight. You'd be like, you ditch your suitcases.
Hell, oh yeah. You just run. The second you get your bunk announced in camp, you bounce to your bunkhouse. And we lived it was on a hill. The whole camp was a big hill. So you're hiking up this mountain to get your damn bottom bunk, and then some kid beats you there. And then you're just tired and feel like shit.
You just can't be the slowest, you know?
Can't be the slowest. I always got it good, though. This guy says kugel or gefilte fish. This is such a stupid question.
Kugel most of the time. Gefilte fish only if it's good. You don't like fish at all. I like a good gefilte fish.
Gefilte fish is just poor man fish.
No, but if I have it with my sauce, then it's good. But only one specific brand, one specific type. None of that Manischewitz. No offense to Manischewitz.
No offense. So we love supporting Jewish businesses.
Actually, no, it's not true. The Manischewitz can't like.
He's talking about specifically the fish.
Yard stuff. I think they make regular gefilte fish.
Oh no, we love all the other foods. Hey, any Jewish brands watching? Will you pay us out, please? We're waiting.
I'll put a Manischewitz.
Give us your money. Hell yes.
Hell yeah!
I'll freaking pull one right here. It'd be amazing. Use code RaBBois or some crap. Anyways, that's all the questions for now. Appreciate you all for watching. Make sure to download on Spotify, watch all the other episodes, and join the Discord to be a part of the future Q&As. Literally, God bless. I'm re-recording this outro for two things. One, smash like, subscribe. And two, Yitz mentioned that we should plug our Twitter, the RaBBois Twitter. It's going to be in the link in the description. Well, it'll be one of the top links. What's the handle? Is it at RaBBois?
It's at RaBBois _ I think.
At RaBBois _
Someone has RaBBois and they don't even exist.
What the hell?
I'm gonna appeal that. I'm trying to get it.
We're gonna get them. Point is, make sure to follow our Twitter. Get notified for new community things and whatever the hell Yitz feels like tweeting. Okay, God bless.